Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
We're back.
We're back.
Baby.
We're back. We're back.
This is a big deal because now we're back as, well, not both of us, but we're back as different women. You're now a wife. You're now a wife.
I know, that's a weird thing to
right?
say. That's very weird.
So we have to talk about it.
Yes. Well, people may or may not have noticed that we did take a little bit of a hiatus.
Yes.
Because I did get married.
She got married.
And immediately went on my honeymoon. So we were going to try to stack up some episodes. And honestly, like, it's just too hard to do all that.
Oh, my God, yeah.
We picked some of our favorite episodes so you guys could catch up in case
I thought we had some good ones.
You missed it while we were out. And obviously they're all on demand, so you can see them all anytime. But yeah, we're back and I am married.
She's a married girl now.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels fantastic, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It feels great. Like the whole wedding, you were there and you were part of all of it.
Yes.
So I think it went great. I had an amazing day. If it didn't go great for other people, I still had an amazing day.
Amazing.
So I think that, it was just wonderful. We had we got married at Aldrich Mansion in Warwick.
Gorgeous.
Which was like just the perfect venue for us. And it's, on the water in Rhode Island. It's a beautiful historic mansion.
Yes.
It just checked all the boxes. We absolutely loved
Close
it
to
from
your
the
house.
first time we saw it. The food was great. The people that you deal with there were absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So I had a great, amazing, wonderful time.
What was your favorite part of the day? Did you get to take it all in at all?
I think that we did a decent job of taking it in. The thing that is the hardest, which I kind of thought this going into, is like trying to like say hi to everyone.
Yeah.
And like trying to make people feel like appreciated that they're there, because we are appreciative that they're there. But it's very difficult to get around. And Josh, we were joking about it still. Josh is terrible at the quick whatever.
Okay.
So I was like,
You're used to it with work.
I was like, we're gonna eat our salad, then we're gonna go around to the tables, and we're gonna before I could even get to the salad, he's over here at this table lollygag. I was like, Josh, I was like, this is the. He's like, I know, I'm so bad at that. And then we started to go around all the tables.
Yeah.
And he is not good at wrapping it up.
No.
So I was like, come on. I was like, we got to go. I was like, I understand why. Because you want to talk to everyone. You want to talk to them for a long
absolutely.
time.
And everybody wants to see you, too.
And, we want all of that. And there's 2 dining rooms there. So we ate in one room for, the first course. And we ate in the other room for the second course. So there was a lot of moving parts. And we did get to every table, I will say.
Yeah, you did.
I am a producer. And I made sure that we got to all of it. But that was the hardest part, just because we want to spend time with people, but you also want to make sure that you kind of get to everyone. And that's the only time you can do it, because then people start to leave and,
It just was a little nutty. But I have to say, Ashley looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
Just a stunning, happy bride.
Thank you.
Your dress, everything.
I loved my dress. I loved everything. I loved the whole day. I loved my dress.
Your veil was stunning.
My veil was great. It was a handmade veil that we took parts from my mom's dress.
Yep.
The veil. I had a dress with an overskirt,
which was gorgeous.
Which I just was obsessed with. But maybe the little cherry on top of all of it was that after all of this, I'm very, I don't even know what to say, excited, happy, but shocked.
Out of your skin?
Shocked to say that we were actually, featured is too strong of a word, but
it's not too strong. You were featured
in the New York Times, which for me has been just an out-of-body experience. I read the New York Times every Sunday. In the style section, they have the vows section where they include wedding announcements and articles that go along with them. And I pitched, I shot my shot.
And you got picked. Look at that picture too. You couldn't have chosen a better photo. You just look so excited and happy.
I know. I cut this off a little bit, so just so you know, the photo is even better in actuality. Our photographer Molly Slater was absolutely amazing. I knew right before the wedding that they were going to feature us.
Yep.
So there was a lot going on in addition to all of the wedding planning. I then had to have interviews with the New York Times. I knew that I needed to get them photos 12 hours later.
Wow. So that was on your mind.
I needed to get back to them about some things that happened day of, right after. So we kind of had a pre-interview, and then we kind of had a quick post-interview. So
it.
And we were like traveling like right after, so it was very intense, but like
it was unbelievable.
It was
Are you
great.
kidding?
It was amazing. And I have so many more photos that I'm looking forward to sharing on social media from my photographer. And we just had the best day. We used so many of our local vendors here. Mike Picard, who's been on
love Mike.
the roadshow many times. He was our videographer. Corey Young was our DJ. He was absolutely amazing. So I could go on and on about our vendors. Maybe one of the shows I will potentially.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Kind of run through it.
Because I can't recommend any of them highly enough.
Yeah.
We had an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Like,
you looked happy all day, to be honest with you.
I was.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get to the altar. I couldn't wait.
Yeah. No, I could totally
really
tell.
Excited. I was like, it was so fun, like getting ready all day, but I was like,
you were calm in the morning too? Like you were not a frazzled bride at all?
No, I wasn't.
No,
and I wasn't.
You weren't.
I wasn't like hiding it. I was like completely fine.
Yeah.
And I was just excited, and we had a fantastic day, and we loved all of it. We loved all of it. Yeah.
And she looked beautiful. I cannot stress that enough.
It takes a village.
You looked great. You looked great. That's all that matters. You looked great.
It takes a village. So we'll have more on the wedding. I'll sprinkle it in here and there. I know it's, for some people, they're probably sick of hearing it, but we really did have so many great local people that we worked with, and I want to make sure to spotlight them along the way too.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we'll be hearing more too. We're going to talk about the honeymoon later in the show, but stick around because we have a great guest coming up next who we have had on the show before, and we're excited to dive into a little bit more that she just had going on too in September. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. We're excited for our next guest. We have had her on before, but we're so excited to dive a little bit deeper into the Miss Rhode Island, just the history, what it's all about. Alexia Rodrigues, and also you were just at Miss America pageant too in September.
Yes.
And you are with us today looking so beautiful with your crown on and your sash.
Will that ever get old, walking around in a crown? I don't think that would ever get old.
I still stare at it. I think I said, because you guys were my first day of interviews after I won, and I had said, I looked at my nightstand and I was like, oh my gosh, it is real. I think I still do that.
I totally would understand that, and it's just like, how fun.
How fun. And like totally silly question, but how do you get it to stay on so perfectly? Is it bobby pins?
Barrettes.
Oh, barrettes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yes.
Because I'm like, it's not moving. She doesn't seem worried about it. It's just perfect.
An elastic and a lot of barrettes. I think I've perfected it.
Yeah, no,
but it took a bit.
It's perfect. It's perfectly straight. It looks good.
Wonderful.
Remind us of your story, though, because as you said, we did talk to you back right after you won. But in case people either missed that episode or don't recall, just remind us a little bit about your story and how you came to be Miss Rhode Island.
So it was a journey a long time in the making. I've been competing in the Miss America organization since I was 16 years old, actually. So coming up on 9 years, which is crazy to say. And it took a while to get to this point, but I kept coming back because my platform was something that I was so passionate about. It's called Foster Hope, Adopt a Dream. It's advocating for foster children across our nation. And I was a foster child. I was adopted when I was 7 years old. And it's never really been lost on me that statistically I should not be in each room that I walk into, whether it's as a soldier, now as Miss Rhode Island, or as an advocate. There are so many children who will never get those opportunities, and there's nothing different about me. I'm not more extraordinary than they are. I just had an extraordinary support system that allowed me to get to this point. So it has kind of become my life's work to ensure that I no longer have to say I'm one of the few success stories out of our foster care system, but one of the many.
I love that. And your story really is so inspiring of how, your tenacity, of how you kept on trying even though maybe you at the first time didn't yield the results that you were hoping for. In addition to being Miss Rhode Island, you're a soldier. I mean, your story is magnificent.
Thank you.
Tell us more about how you got into that line of work as well, because, I mean, that's abnormal too.
Yes, it is. And I work in recruiting now, so I always tell kids when I walk into high school, if you had told me when I was sitting in your seat that I would be wearing this uniform, I probably would have laughed in your face and been like,
oh, no way.
They're insane. I never thought that was the career path that I would take. After I graduated from Bayview, I went to Syracuse University where I was studying political science, and I was writing all of these papers on the change that I wanted to see in the world, on fiscal responsibility, and just on what I would do one day if given the opportunity to be a politician. When COVID hit, I was still writing these essays, but I wasn't able to be engaged in my community with them. I wasn't able to do anything with them. I just got a grade and then moved on to the next one. So I reached out to someone I met through the Miss Rhode Island organization, now Captain Alexander Curtis. She was Miss Rhode Island 2015. And I just asked her about it. I said, hey, you went to Syracuse. You studied what I studied. What made you pursue this? She talked about breaking glass ceilings for women in the military by becoming the first female artillery officer, and the feeling of family that you truly get from the National Guard, as well as being able to support not only her community but her country as well. And as a first-generation American, that was something that really resonated with me. So I went to Vermont to watch the Field Artillery Unit shoot, which was the unit she was a part of, and absolutely fell in love with it.
That was it.
I said, this is it. This is what I'm meant to do. This is where I'm meant to be. It started as I was just going to do it 1 weekend a month, be a traditional Guard soldier, and continue to go back to Syracuse and pursue my bachelor's degree. But my love just overwhelmed me, my love for the career and the people there. And I was fortunate enough to be offered multiple full-time positions throughout my career and kind of make it my life and still pursue my bachelor's online. So I got to do the best of both worlds.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Really incredible.
It really is. And you talk about like how you had extraordinary support, and there's a lot of people that have support, but there has to be something also within an individual that's going to keep you going and resilient and dedicated and determined like you are. What is it within you that you just said, you know what, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep going? Because again, you can have the support, you can have a great support system, but it all comes down to you as an individual at the end of the day.
I think it really, I have to credit the people around me, because there were times that I wanted to give up. Imposter syndrome is still something, even as Miss Rhode Island, that I do struggle with. I struggled with it at Miss America. You walk into a room and I don't see anyone that has the same story as me, the same upbringing or traumas, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think that discredits me from these amazing opportunities. But it's my dad who, after working 80 hours a week, would sit with me on the couch and teach me how to read so that my dyslexia didn't become something I had to struggle with my whole life. Or my mom, who made sure that when I was with them and not with my biological mom, I always felt pretty. I had my hair done. I felt like I fit in at school. Or my cousins, who still till this day forget that I was adopted, because to them I'm just their cousin. And my aunts, who showed up for everything from dance recitals to soccer games to courtrooms. Everywhere that I've ever been, they've been beside me, and their tenacity and not giving up on me, even when I wanted to give up on myself and I didn't think that I deserved it. That made me feel like I did. It made me feel like I had to keep going, because they saw something in me that, even if I didn't see at that moment, was inside of me.
They were like your drive. What what does it feel like for you when you tell your story to young kids that might be going through very similar situations in their life, at even like in the moment as you're talking to them? What does it feel like to know that you're inspiring?
I think it's changed, especially as Miss Rhode Island and continuing to tell it. At first, I was ashamed. I kind of dimmed it. I dimmed my struggles and what I went through, and I always just made sure it was a positive spin. But through talking to children and seeing the impact that my story can make on others, I've learned that being honest and being raw, even when it's not always pretty and can't be tied up into a neat little bow, is so much more impactful and will create so much more change. So to be able to be sort of that beacon of hope for children within the foster care system of, you can build a beautiful life from the ashes of a hard one. It's one of my favorite sayings, and I say it to every child in foster care that I meet, that this moment does not define you. It is not the ending of your story. It is the beginning of a beautiful one if you choose to let it fuel you. To let it push your purpose. So
it's really
incredible.
Amazing that, you have been able to do all that, and now, like, full circle, are sharing that. And you recently went to Miss America.
I did.
So tell us about that experience. And I can't believe you didn't win, honestly. Like, every time I hear you speak, I'm just reminded of how remarkable you really are. What were those judges thinking?
What an example you are as
Truly,
representing not only Rhode Island,
like,
but the America as a whole.
Truly.
It really is something that I know. Who were were they? Where did we find them?
That means so much. Honestly, Cassie, who is the current Miss America, she's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to share a dressing room with her, and her story is one of resiliency at its core. I mean, she didn't win Miss New York at first.
Yeah.
She was first runner-up, and then was thrown into Miss America last minute and went on to win the crown. And
Wow.
yes,
That's
she
interesting.
is.
Okay, we'll give her.
No, I still
She is such
disagree,
an
but
amazing
fine. At least
example.
that's a good story.
The experience was phenomenal. I don't think I'll ever be able to put into words how life-changing it was.
Yeah.
I was a quality of life semifinalist. So quality of life award is about the impact that you make on your community. They pick 7 people out of all of the Miss there. And it's an essay, a video, and an interview in addition to your normal Miss America interview. And I kind of went in with that's my goal. I was not worried about placing or winning because for me, I always thought Miss Rhode Island was unachievable. So I never thought about being Miss America. I just thought about making a difference and telling my story. And to me, that's what that award exemplified.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that will forever be one of the greatest honors of my life, to be recognized for that and have a bigger platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it-
And have something that really means something,
Yes.
and that like you went into it saying this is what I care about.
Yes.
And that you did that.
Exactly.
That's amazing. How do you feel knowing that like that was the goal and you did it?
I cried after they announced my name. I went back to my room with my roommate,
Yeah.
and I cried. It's amazing. I was able, because of that, to talk to Inside Edition and talk to Fox News, and have this amazing national platform where I talked about so many important things and was able to garner support for my scholarship fund for foster children and the soon release of my children's book for foster kids. So I was able to do that. I was able to tell the story of my siblings who passed away and truly feel like it was a full circle moment in my life. And I will never not recommend this organization to people, and I think that is a memory that will forever be etched into my brain.
That. And Leslie, bring us to this, because a lot of people, and myself included, I honestly thought you fly out there, you're there for the night, you do the pageant the next day.
I know. I was like, that must have been super fun.
But bring it, because it is so much more. You were there for what, over a week?
I was there for 10 days.
10 days. So
Yes.
just bring us through just a little bit what goes in, what you can share. I don't know if
Yes.
anything is confidential, but what you can share about being there for those 10 days.
Our days are packed. I got there, I unpacked for a few hours, and then immediately was in hair and makeup for our first event.
Okay.
And it's like that every day. Early wake-ups, hair and makeup as early as 3 in the morning, and you are nonstop. You are talking to the press. You are creating that sisterhood and that friendship with the girls next to you, rehearsing and doing all these amazing events and appearances with sponsors and just supporters of the Miss America Scholarship opportunity.
Okay.
So there were nights that I didn't get back into my room until 12 o'clock. And I had woken up at 3 a.m. and I had
my
another
gosh.
3 a.m. or 4 a.m. wake up. But I think the gratitude and just the excitement of this experience, it fuels you.
Yeah.
I'm a coffee or energy drink in the morning kind of person, and I can honestly say I didn't feel like I needed that, because it
Wow.
was just
The
the excitement
adrenaline,
and
yeah.
the enthusiasm from all the girls around you too. Like, you're all in the same boat and everyone's just ready to go. They're on it.
So it is a sisterhood.
It truly is. I mean, everyone jokes, but those girls truly will be at my wedding one day. I mean, it's bonds. I talk to them every morning. So.
I just think you are such an amazing representative of this organization of Rhode Island. Every time I talk to you, I'm so impressed by you. I think I probably said that to you last time too, but every time I talk to you, I'm just inspired. You're so genuine, and I just want you to know that we see that, and I really appreciate that about you. It's not just the crown, even though the
No,
crown
it's
is
true.
amazing. Like, you really are such an incredible person.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
that means a lot. That's always my goal.
You're a special person. You're a very special person. We're happy to have you back with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for stopping
We'll have to
by.
have you back
Love.
with the book.
Yes.
I know, but congrats. Again, so many things that you have going on.
So
You
many
really are
things coming up.
unbelievable.
Thank
But thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're
Absolutely.
always happy to have you.
And stick around, we have more to come. Spotlight New England.
Welcome back to Spotlight New England. Well, we are still talking about my.
We have to.
We have to. We do. And if I didn't sound excited before, it's because I'm still very uncomfortable talking about myself. You already know this.
I know
but
that.
in case people aren't getting me, it's just a weird thing. But wedding was amazing.
Yes.
And then as I was telling you, we immediately pretty much went off on our honeymoon.
Right.
But I wanted to share a little bit of it only because it was an amazing experience, obviously. But I think that sometimes people, like, you know, you're trying to decide what you're going to do. And it's hard to decide. So we ended up choosing Hawaii to go to.
Amazing.
For pretty much a full week. We did break up the flights a little bit. We stopped in LA on the way out.
Okay.
And Vegas on the way back. But
that a rainbow,
it was a
actually?
rainbow from the moment we arrived in Hawaii. We went to Maui. We stayed on Maui for the entire time. We did not island jump because, you know, honestly, we just wanted to relax and hang out and just not feel rushed. Because that's all we've been doing for almost a year. Is running around. These are all just,
These
you know,
are like postcards.
my little amateur photos from my, you know, iPhone that is half dead all of the time.
Oh my God, look at that.
It really is just such a beautiful place.
Was it everything you hoped it would be?
It was, honestly, but it's just unlike, you know, you've been to different islands. For us, this was a big trip. It's very far. Like, you know, it still takes 6 hours from California pretty much to get there.
So that's a long flight.
So it's a lot to get out there to me because I don't love flying. But it was really just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful island. We saw sea turtles. Look at
oh my God.
They're huge. Those look small in the picture. They were huge. They look like dinosaurs. They were massive. The water was that was a luau that we went to.
That's awesome.
We wanted to make sure to like do some of the like really Hawaiian things. The food was some of the best food.
So
okay,
good.
so in this picture, actually, see how it's like black rock?
Yes.
That's lava. They're lava rocks.
No way.
So like we kind of like bopped around to different beaches.
Yeah.
Just to explore a little bit. And so you would keep finding these kind of like little, almost like hidden beaches. And that was the Fairmont where we were staying.
That's where you stayed. Okay.
The Fairmont was amazing, beautiful resort, like just perfect location.
I love it.
Everything was great. But the natural beauty there is very unique and very special. And, you know, we've all been to kind of like Caribbean islands and those are all beautiful too.
Yeah.
But it has a different feeling
Okay.
than that. So it's more almost like Polynesian. And so you really feel like you're at this very unique location, even though you're in the United States of America.
Right. It is crazy to think that.
Isn't that crazy? And I did want to say that, you know, I'm such a champion of Rhode Island and New England. We flew out of TF Green, even for this.
Yeah.
And it is the only.
So where'd you
place
fly
where
to? TF Green to what? LA?
Well, we didn't go direct to LA. Again, there was a direct flight.
Yeah.
Josh like cannot sit for that long on a plane.
I don't blame him. I'd want to break it up.
He wanted to break it up, so we did have a layover, which was fine. But I was, of course, stressing like, is our luggage going to get there? Everything was fine.
Everything was there.
Nothing went wrong. I don't even remember where our connection was. But we got to LA.
You got there.
You know, that night, but it wasn't even night because of the time change. It's all confusing. But like, again, now I've been to so many airports over the past 2 weeks, and I can still say, without a doubt, TF Green is the easiest. It's the cleanest. They have a couple of new restaurants there, and they're still adding more retail and more restaurants. So it's only going to get better. And it is just, compared to all these other airports, it is so, we were in
and out
there so quick.
Let me tell you this too. I love your video when you got the guy playing the piano when you got home.
When we got home, I wasn't expecting it because we didn't get in until midnight, like the other night.
Yeah.
And you know the piano guy's there. I just didn't think he worked that late.
Right.
We got in, you know me, I'm like tearing up.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm home, I'm married, I'm so excited to be here. He's playing the piano. I'm like,
can't get any better.
I'm like, it's perfect. It's perfect. Then we stopped at McDonald's because we were starving.
See, now the life has begun.
Hawaii was amazing. Cannot recommend highly enough. And honestly, even for those big trips, I would still look at Rhode Island International. I'm sorry, I keep calling it TF Green. Rhode Island International Airport because it is the easiest airport.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back.
I'm back.
And she's married.
I'm ready to go.
She's back, baby.
We'll keep talking about it as the days go on. Thanks for listening because it's fun to share.
Absolutely. You should be. Make sure you join us too on Spotlight New England. And we're going to talk more about her wedding too in the upcoming days.